ones. Okay, all right. Good morning, everyone. At this time, I'd like to call to order the Franklin County Board of Commissioners General Session. Today is August 24th, 2021. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Crawley.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. This part started. All right. As a reminder, this is a public meeting and is being recorded. For those calling in, please ensure that you have muted your phone line by pressing *6. We appreciate your cooperation. To begin with today, we have the honor to recognize the Jobs and Family Services Emerging Leaders Class of 2021. It's in its 9th year of the Emerging Leaders Program and is a continuing education and professional development program that prepares JFS employees for the next steps on their career path. This year's graduating class received leadership training, which offers a unique insight into their JFS agency, as well as an overview of all county government operations. Congratulations and welcome to this year's, the 12th year, cohort of graduates. I invite Jobs and Family Services Training Administrator Angela Wagner to offer an overview of the Emerging Leaders Program and to please introduce this year's class of leaders. Angela?
Good morning, County Commissioners, County Administrator, Deputy County Administrators, and other county distinguished guests. Thank you so much for allowing the Emerging Leaders to introduce themselves this morning. The Emerging Leaders Program was developed to encourage staff to gain an interest in public service, civic engagement, and giving back to our community. To do this, the program encourages the participants to become familiar with different leadership styles, gain self-awareness, as well as nudging them to think about their next, or to figure out the answer to a question that our Deputy County Administrator Bivens always asks: who's sitting in your chair? So it is my pleasure to have this year's cohort 12 introduce themselves. We do have one person not joining us today, and that's Adrian Manzack. So first up, I am proud to introduce Emerging Leader Denise Daniel Keith.
Hello, everyone. My name is Denise Daniel Keith. I have been with Franklin County Job and Family Services for 7.5 years. I'm currently the liaison case manager with Children's Services. During my time with Emerging Leaders, I have learned that I am a transformational leader. Inspiring and motivating people is my passion. I want to create change that will help grow and shape the future. Thank you. Next up is Emerging Leader participant Janice Roger.
Good morning, everyone. Unfortunately, my video is not working. However, I will proceed. I have been with the agency for 3 years. I am currently in the hearings unit. While working in the Emerging Leaders Program, I have developed a transitional as well as an inclusive leadership style where it enhances my desire to make sure that every voice is heard while I'm encouraging others as they transition to become their best selves. At this point, I'd like to introduce you to my fellow cohort, Crystal Allman.
Thank you, Janice, and good morning, everyone. My name is Crystal Allman. I've been with Franklin County Job and Family Services for 5 years. I currently work in the Community Engagement Support Services outstationed at OSU Hospital. I've held many different roles with my time here, and with each one I have gained different experience and insight. I have always been a helper in life. During the course of the Emerging Leaders Program, I learned that it's considered a form of emotional intelligence. Due to my background, I can relate and truly understand how our customers feel and what they need. Thank you for your time. I'm excited to introduce next is Sharday Postway.
Thank you, Crystal. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sharday Postway. I've been with Franklin County Department of Jobs and Family Services for 6 years. I'm currently a case manager with Medical Support Services. It has been an honor to be a part of the Emerging Leaders Program, as it has helped me to identify my leadership style, which is transformational leadership. As a transformational leader, I will continue to support my coworkers, be a leader that my supervisors can depend on to complete additional duties, both timely and efficiently, and most importantly, be a worker that goes above and beyond for our customers. Thank you. I would now like to introduce our next Emerging Leader participant, Ms. Sylvia Gaddis.
Thank you, Ms. Charday. Good morning. My name is Sylvia Gaddis. I've been with the agency for 13 and a half years. I currently serve as the Health Check Coordinator for Franklin County. What I've learned during this Emerging Leaders cohort, I've developed my leadership style over the years. However, after studying the numerous styles of leadership during this session, I was able to identify my style as a transitional servant leader. Thank you. And next, I would like to introduce Ms. Jennifer Neal.
Thank you, Sylvia. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jennifer Neal, and I have been with the agency for 9 years. I am the supervisor for the East Center Transition Unit. During my time in Emerging Leaders, I have learned that my leadership style is that of a servant leader. I am someone who puts the needs, growth, and well-being of my followers above my own. I do this by listening, being empathetic, being committed to the growth of people, and by building community. Thank you for your time. Next, we have Emerging Leaders participant, Kristen Collins.
Thank you, Jennifer. Good morning. My name is Kristen Collins, and I have been with Job and Family Services for 7 years. I am currently a quality case reviewer with our transition unit. And during my time with Emerging Leaders, I found that due to the combination of both my life and work experiences, I am a true servant leader, and I am honored to assist and lead those within our community, both internally and externally. Next up, we have Emerging Leaders participant, Kristen Gaddis.
Good morning. My name is Kristen Gaddis. I have been a case manager with Job and Family Services for 2 years now. The Emerging Leadership Program has helped me understand my different styles of leadership with self-aware, transformational, and servant. During the course of the program, what I've learned the most about myself is how much of a servant leader I am, how much I enjoy helping others, not only to succeed, but to feel good about themselves and feel appreciated. Next up, we have participant Adrian Manzack.
Good morning. My name is Adrian Manzack, and I've been with JFS now for almost 2 years, working on the compliance team in the hearings unit. This amazing program has really shown me that I am a leader of action. I can put ideas into motion and lead others to success, present a positive outlook to fellow colleagues, and be empathetic to the residents in need of Franklin County. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules today to meet with us.
Well, first of all, let me just say to the 2021 Emerging Leaders class of JFS, thank you for your service. I'm going to take this mask off because my glasses are fogging up each time I talk. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your leadership, and thank you for your commitment to being more engaged in that role in your jobs. As a county commissioner, I can tell you that we rely on the work that you do every day because we're graded by that work. We're graded on the job that we're doing because people can see that in the strength of our community, and we know that our community is only as strong as those who are most vulnerable among us, and you are a part of the catalyst that allows those people to thrive, those people to improve their lives, to take on whatever challenges life brings them, and you very much are part of that front line. We're only as strong as the work that you're able to do in your various capacities, and taking on more of a leadership role is a great element of ensuring that Franklin County can be the best place in America to live, work, and raise a family, and that's what you represent. That's really who you are and what you are, and so we're so grateful for your service. We're grateful for your commitment, and we're grateful that you have taken this opportunity to strengthen your own leadership capacity. And that's really what this is about. I do want to challenge Deputy Administrator Bivens, though, who has been bringing you forward to us when she led the department itself, the agency itself, and now, that I'd like to see all of our agencies with leadership programs. I'd like to see us doing this in aging. I'd like to see us doing this in children's services and child support enforcement and all of the agencies that impact Franklin County, because we have to begin to build our army for tomorrow, army that takes on all of these issues across the board, and that's what you represent. And so I'm really excited And it's interesting because I don't see any guys in the class. And so I don't know what that means, fellas, if the JFS fellas that are watching, but you got to step up, man. We need to got to represent. I don't know what happened there, but nonetheless, we're really grateful because I know there are. I can't wait to see the next class and what that looks like. This class is very diverse and very strong and very much across the board, representing a lot of different areas. So let me ask my colleagues to say something. Then I see Deputy Administrator Bivens has stepped up. I think she wants to respond to my challenge, but turn over to my colleagues. Commissioner O'Grady, Crowley.
Thank you, President Boyce. I just want to say congratulations. I echo everything that President Boyce said. And typically, I am not mad when it's all women in leadership positions or in classes and succeeding. But I agree. I think it would be helpful to have in the next cohort, hopefully there will be some men who apply and make it all the way through the program. So congratulations in this step, and looking forward to working with you all as you move forward and move JFS forward.
Well, I'm glad to see my commissioner or my colleagues point out the fact that there's all women in this group. And you know, the agency has lots and lots of women employees, and you know, as the father of two daughters, very strong. A wife, very strong daughters. I have 7 sisters, and I've always had very strong colleagues that I've worked with that are women, and a lot of strong agency directors and women in my past that have been strong. Does my heart good to see so many strong women leaders in the Job and Family Services Department. And this is a good morning. This is a good surprise and a good morning to see all of you doing such wonderful work on behalf of the residents of Franklin County. So I'm not mad about it at all. I congratulate and commend all of you this morning, and I know that our residents are in great hands because of all of you. The guys want to step up, they can step up next time. Men have been leading long enough, and you know, I know that our residents are in good hands because of all of you. So congratulations this morning. Appreciate all the work that you're doing on behalf. As I say oftentimes, it's not good to make it's not easy to make the 3 of us look good sometimes, and you guys do it every day. So thank you for everything you're doing.
Hey, man, speak for yourself.
Lord knows it's not easy to make Commissioner Boyce look good.
Deputy Administrator Bivens.
Thank you, Commissioner, and thank you for the challenge. We actually spoken to our leadership, and we are actually going to be opening this up to all the agencies to do a cross-collaborative emerging leaders class work. But there's some things we need to do before we get there. One of the things we're looking for, and I'm glad you talked about it, Commissioner, thinking about the next, right? Who's going to be sitting on the bench next? As government agencies, we've done a lot of transactional services because we are mandated by state and federal rules. As we begin to build a new bench of people for the next generations of people to come, they're going to learn those things, but they're also going to learn more transformational, foundational methodologies like behavioral economics, the human services value curve, and social. We're going to be focused on social determinants of health, because we believe that the transactional services it becomes very non-human centric. And people really want to touch and feel someone, and they want someone to be empathetic and being able to forecast what is the next ahead. We have had in the past men in this cohort. I want the community to know we love men, but this class unfortunately was made up of some powerhouse women. So congratulations to this class. And I also want to make mention that we do have great products that come out of this class and great, wonderful people. And one I want to highlight today is D'Amica Withers, who was also an emerging leader, who's now our Chief Diversity Inclusion Officer. And I think there's a couple of others, but this cohort produces some great people, and I look forward to seeing what you all do next in the future, so thank you.
Awesome, that's great. Looking forward to that. One of the things I would maybe offer for the next class is figuring out some way to shadow commissioners for a day. You know, it's COVID now at times, so it's a little different now. Eventually, we'll be back to a somewhat normal life. And I'd love to see if perhaps one of these emerging leaders may be a political emerging leader one day, and seeing what it's like to be in elected office and sort of be a commissioner maybe might be a component of the leadership training. Or maybe it's just come and observe certain meetings that are part of the Board of Commissioners. And I think that would be an interesting experience for them. So I'm going to invite that to the next class or to the county-wide group. Perhaps there's a day we can work in to have them engage with commissioners.
Thank you.
Congratulations once again, ladies. And congratulations to Deputy Administrator Bivens for doing such a wonderful job in creating the program. It's great that it's going to be replicated countywide. You all have a great day. Certainly you can stick around if you like. All right, we're going to keep it moving. Is there an approval of the minutes for the August 17th, 2021 general session, the August 19th, 2021 briefing session?
I'll move approval of the minutes.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley, Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Thank you. The minutes have been approved.
Thank you. Next is domestic relations.
Resolution number 64821, resolution authorizing a third contract extension with Trinity Services Group Incorporated to provide, manage, and operate a food service program for the Franklin County Juvenile Intervention Center in the amount of $380,000.
Good morning, Commissioners. Barb Reeves, Deputy Director. This resolution is requesting a one-year contract extension for our Juvenile Intervention Center for food service with Trinity Services. The contract was originally bid through the Purchasing Department in 2017. Based upon the Consumer Price Index for food away from home, the price of each meal increased by 3.9%. Pending any questions, the court requests the approval of this resolution.
Any comments or questions? Hearing none, I move for approval of Resolution 648-21.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 64821 has been adopted. Resolution number 64921, resolution authorizing contracts for attendance services with Canal Winchester, Groveport Madison, Hilliard, New Albany Plain Local, Reynoldsburg, and Southwestern City Schools in the amount of $195,344.
This resolution is requesting the approval of 6 contracts with various school districts for truancy intervention. The school districts will reimburse the court for 50% of each truancy officer. And with me this morning is Julie Tropp, our Deputy Director of Programs and Services, to discuss this program.
Good morning. The Truancy Intervention and Prevention Program reduces formal court filings related to truancy by partnering with New Albany Plains, Hilliard City, Groveport Madison, Gahanna Jefferson, Southwestern City, Reynoldsburg, and Canal Winchester school districts to address attendance barriers by providing resources and services to youth and families in Franklin County. The truancy officers participate on absence intervention teams to address truancy attendance barriers, violations of attendance policies, and strategies to overcome those barriers. In the 2020-2021 school year, 1,810 youth and families were referred to the program, and only 198 youth required formal court intervention. Pending any questions, the court requests your approval of this resolution.
Any questions, comments? Hearing none, I move for approval for Resolution 649-21.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 64921 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Yep, thank you. Next, engineer.
Resolution number 650-21, report 10th of the Franklin County Engineer establishing sums of compensation for a portion of the owners of property abutting the Morris Road at Babbitt Road Improvement Project, Plain Township and Jefferson Township, Franklin County, Ohio.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Reporting live from the banks of the Big Walnut Creek at the Refugee Road Bridge Construction Project. My name is Cornell Robertson, Franklin County Engineer.
Sorry, Mr. Engineer, go ahead.
Can you hear me okay?
We can, sir. Thank
Oh,
you.
no problem. Thank you. Commissioners, the capital improvement project for the resolution being considered is in the northeast part of the county on the line between Jefferson Township and Plain Township at the intersection of Morris Road and Babbitt Road, where we plan to build a single-lane modern roundabout in 2022, utilizing ODOT safety funds and funds from Ohio Public Works Commission. This resolution is the 10th report for right-of-way acquisition and includes one property. The appraisal was based on fair market value, and we coordinated with the prosecutor's office. Happy to answer any questions you may have. And if okay with you, President Boyce, could I have a special point of privilege after you all vote for a quick couple of updates?
Sure.
All right, if there are no questions or comments on this resolution, I move to approve Resolution 650-21.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 650-21 has been adopted.
Great. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to the engineer for a personal point of privilege. Floor is yours.
Thank you very much. The first update is for the Boer Road Emergency Bridge Project, and that is still going very well. Our crews poured the last bit of concrete yesterday, are waterproofing the sides of the culvert today. We'll backfill the culvert tomorrow and waterproof the top on Thursday. If weather continues to hold out, it looks like we'll reopen Boer Road earlier than anticipated in the first week of September. We plan to have a project completion ceremony. Would like for you all to attend if available, and I'll keep you posted.
That's exciting.
Second update. Yes, it's going very, very well. Very proud of the crews, doing excellent work. Second update. Want to quickly mention that our Snow Fighters Rodeo has been scheduled about 1 month away on Thursday, September 30th at our main headquarters. You all are welcome to stop by anytime between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. to check out the snow and ice training and take a turn behind the wheel of a snowplow on the training course if you'd like.
Oh, I'm all in on that, man. But why are we just now getting that invitation? I've been here for 5 years now, and it's my first time. I can't wait. Just make sure
Yeah.
there's no buildings close that I can run into. So, yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
President Boyce,
Lots of-
I've done it, so you won't hit anything. I passed.
You'll
I
think so.
passed. I passed. It's you gotta have some skill though. You gotta have some skill. You have a very special appreciation for those narrow streets when you get in there and they give you all those gears.
All right, I can't wait.
Yeah, this will be good. Okay, I'll keep you posted on that as well. Thank you all very much. Hope you all have a great day.
You
You
too.
Be safe.
Thank you. Next, animal control.
Resolution number 651-21, resolution authorizing the acceptance of a gift from Maddie's Fund to Franklin County Dog Shelter and Adoption Center.
Morning, Commissioners. Allison
Morning.
Waters, Fiscal Officer for Animal Care and Control. This morning, we have one resolution on the agenda. This resolution authorizes the acceptance of a $3,000 grant donation. The donation has no restrictions on use. Pending any questions, we request approval of this resolution.
There are no comments or questions. I move for approval of Resolution 651-21.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 651-21 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. Next, community partnerships.
Resolution number 652-21, resolution authorizing a one-year extensions related to the Catalyst Grant Program in the amount of $1,486,601.
Good morning, Commissioners. Dana McCrary, Community Partnership Administrator. I'm so happy to be here this morning to share some information about this Catalyst resolution. In 2019, the Board of Commissioners approved $1.5 million in grant funding, and it was intended to spark meaningful change in the lives of Franklin County residents. In May of 2019, the slate of approved Catalyst grants was approved by County Administration. Initial grantees were approved for a one-year grant with the option to renew funding for 2 additional years. This year marks the 3rd and final year of funding for the initial Catalyst grant recipients. We have an amazing group of organizations that we have funded, and the grantees include Alvis, the Bhutanese Community of Central Ohio, Columbus Federation of Settlement Houses, Charitable Pharmacy, Columbus Diaper Bank, Columbus Works, Family Mentor Foundation, Girls on the Run, Goodwill, Heart of Ohio Family Health, Life Care Alliance, Local Matters, and the Mid-Ohio Food Collective. I'm very pleased this morning to welcome Tammy Forrest. She is here on behalf of the Columbus Federation of Settlement Houses, and she's going to share with us just a few remarks about what the Catalyst funding has enabled the Federation to be able to do. Thanks, Tammy.
Thanks so much, Dana. Indeed, the result of this investment was very meaningful, and I'm proud to be a part of all of these agencies making incredible impact in the community. So I'm here today representing the settlement houses, including Central Community House, Clintonville, CRC, and Gladden, and Godman Guild, and St. Stephen's. We're thankful to the commissioners for their support and for all the partnerships of all the other agencies that were supported as well. Our objective as part of this program was to reduce 1,800 barriers for individuals and families through crisis assistance. Together, our support resulted in 9,000 instances of barrier reduction, supporting over 2,000 unduplicated individuals. Probably not surprising to everyone here, housing and health were the top areas of focus, including rental assistance, utility assistance, access to vaccines and PPE, food, clothing, safety and employment, and combating isolation were other areas of focus. 87% of those served were below 200% of the poverty level. 70% were females, primarily single moms, and 51% were African American. Those served included seniors taking children and grandchildren into their homes, some for the first time. Those impacted by COVID, including those recently unemployed, facing mental health crises, and those with family members who recently passed away. We supported those recently released from prison. We supported those that are participating in our summer camp, after school and childcare programs, those who were visiting our food pantries. And little did we know that the Catalyst program began during a critical time, resulting in a high impact collaboration prior to the COVID-19 pandemic. CFS agencies pride ourselves in meeting individuals where they are, in person, in the community, over the phone, and yes, now through video calls, limiting interactions with automated systems and focusing first and foremost on rapport with the long-term goal of keeping people in our programs and long-term relationships. We focus on getting resources quickly into the hands of families, landlords, and service providers. This funding leveraged vital dollars. I mean, really, I think one of the most important things that happened here is we demonstrated this high impact model of us working together. And I truly believe as a result of that, we received $4 million from Ohio to support TANF eligible families together for rental and utility assistance. We received hundreds of thousands of dollars from the city and the county through the CARES Act funds and support from private agencies like the Columbus Foundation. The staff support this foundation and this grant has been critical to the success and our ability to get all of those funds into the hands of providers and people quickly. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, Tammy. Those are really impressive. It's impressive impact, and it's exactly what this funding was intended to do. So commissioners, pending any questions, I would respectfully request the approval of this resolution.
Thank you. I do have a question. All of the organizations that are outlined in the resolution and the amounts affiliated with that, are those the original amounts from the first contract, or even though they had an opportunity to extend a couple of times, does the amount ever change?
Yes, ma'am. The funding amounts have remained flat from year to year, so we have not increased the funding over the course of the grant period.
Was there any organizations that were originally awarded or had an appropriation that did not make the cut or get extended
No.
this time? Okay. All right. Thank you. Any other?
All of the organizations were found to be performing satisfactorily, so they were all moved forward for another year of funding.
Okay, great. Thank you. Any additional
You're welcome.
questions? Okay. Seeing none, I move for approval of Resolution 65221.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 65221 has been adopted. Thank you, Tammy. Resolution number 65321, resolution authorizing a COVID-19 recovery grant with the Franklin County Convention Facilities Authority to provide enhanced safety and health improvements to Nationwide Arena and the Greater Columbus Convention Center in the amount of $1,250,000.
Commissioners, the Franklin County Convention Facilities Authority operates, as you know, the Greater Columbus Convention Center and Nationwide Arena. Both entities are inextricably linked to the region's travel and tourism agency industry, and they're key components in Franklin County's economic recovery. The proposed grant funding is an investment. It's an investment in health and safety readiness supplies, equipment, and infrastructure improvements required as a part of a comprehensive response to the COVID-19 pandemic. The proposed improvements will enhance the safety protocols, which will protect visitors' health and safety while exceeding the guidelines that have been mandated or recommended by the Centers for Disease Control and local health officials, really giving our venues a distinct advantage over others across the country. Joining us this morning is Dawn Brown, who is the Executive Director of the Franklin County Convention Facilities Authority. Welcome, Dawn. Please join us and share a few words about the improvements that are being made to the Convention Center and Nationwide Arena.
Thank you, Dana. And thank you, President Boyce and Commissioner Crawley and Commissioner O'Grady for the opportunity to speak to you today. This grant is, we believe, the key to making attendees at trade shows, at conferences, at conventions, at sporting events in our facilities feel safe, knowing that the facilities are clean, are safe, and are healthy. With this $1,250,000, we propose to make certain improvements at the Convention Center and other improvements at the Nationwide Arena. $300,000 of the grant award will be used at Nationwide Arena to upgrade the air filtering system, to install MERV grade level 13 or 14 filters, and to install body temperature scanning system to look for people that may be running high fevers coming into the arena. The other $950,000 will be used at the Convention Center to upgrade the facility's fresh air intake and ventilation system by installing needlepoint bipolar ionization technology. This technology is the latest technology, offering the ability to kill and purge virus that may be present in the indoor air in the facility. And so by installing this new technology in the entire facility's air handling system, we will be able to assure a constant and ready supply of clean, fresh air indoors throughout the Convention Center. We appreciate your continued support for the hospitality, visitor, and tourism industry. This investment goes a long way toward helping us build back toward that $7 billion contribution that the hospitality, tourism, and convention industry makes to the Central Ohio economy, employing thousands of people every day in good paying jobs. I'm happy to respond to any questions you may have about your these investments in your convention center and arena facilities.
Any questions?
So,
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Please, no, Commissioner Grady, please.
So, Don, I have a couple of questions. One, I was the investment of the $950,000 in the air handling, the new technology for the air handling unit. That, you know, not only will that be helpful now during COVID, but I mean that's a major investment that's going to pay benefits well into the future, I would imagine. Correct?
I didn't catch your entire question,
I said
Commissioner. I apologize.
That investment of $950,000 into the new technology for the air handling unit, that's an investment that's not only going to pay benefits during COVID, but will also pay benefits well into the future. Correct? I mean, is that technology that we'll be able to use for some time down the road?
Yes, it's a long-lived asset. We'll be able to use that investment for 10 to 15 to 20 years. This is half the investment. We have also asked the city to match the county's investment in order to complete the entire upgrade of all 52 air handling units in the convention center. Two other convention centers that I am aware of have also installed needlepoint bipolar ionization technology. Those are the Charlotte, North Carolina Convention Center and the Cleveland, Cuyahoga County Convention Center. And both of them have told us that they've been very successful at keeping the supply of indoor air clean on a continuous basis.
And my other question, you and I have some time together coming up, correct?
Pardon me?
You and I have some time together coming up, correct?
Yes.
All right, well, I'll save my other question for then.
Commissioners, we'll have just about 80 events are scheduled in the convention center between now and the end of the year. And just a dozen live entertainment events are scheduled in the arena, along with the return of the Columbus Blue Jackets. So we're seeing business, and we're seeing the level of event activity ramping back up to where it was pre-COVID. But we think it will take probably another year before we return to pre-COVID levels of event activity.
Don, this is Commissioner Boyce. Tell me about this temperature sensing technology. And you mentioned, you said it had the ability to scan the crowds for people who had temperature. Tell me more about that.
These are walk-through units, Commissioner. So as guests arrive and present themselves for admission, they walk through a body scanning machine, which merely signals whether they have a fever, whether they're running a fever or not, and if so, they're asked to double a few questions to double check whether they're feeling well or feeling any other symptoms. And this is a way of protecting those around them from exposure to anyone who may be feeling coming down with COVID or COVID-like symptoms.
Okay.
All right, if there are no additional questions, I move for approval of Resolution 65321.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 65321 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Next is economic development and planning.
Resolution number 65421, Resolution authorizing a grant agreement with the Homeless Families Foundation to provide rental and utility assistance to households as part of the Resiliency Bridge pilot program in the amount of $711,000.
Good morning, Commissioners. Eric Janis, Deputy Administrator. This contract is with the Homeless Families Foundation to provide rental and utility assistance through the Emergency Rental Assistance Program for their Resiliency Bridge pilot program, which is a holistic pilot program that provides rental assistance, workforce assistance, and wraparound supports for up to 60 families. With us this morning, we have Beth Fester Rice, Executive Director of the Homeless Families Foundation, and Carly Boos, Executive Director of the Affordable Housing Alliance, both of whom were with us on Thursday and answered questions that you had. They are here as well. Pending any questions, would recommend approval of this resolution.
If there are no questions, I didn't know if she was going to give a couple of remarks, but if there are no questions, I move for approval of Resolution 65421.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 65421 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. Public Facilities Management.
Resolution number 65521, resolution authorizing a modification to the contract agreement with MS Consultants Incorporated to provide professional civil engineering services associated with the planning, design, and construction of the Franklin County Correction Center, and an increase in the amount of the contract not to exceed $124,100 for a revised amount of $1,371,499.
Good morning, Commissioners. Darla Reardon, Director of Public Facilities Management. Also joining me today is PFM COO Vivian Alexander. The 4 resolutions for your consideration are associated with the construction of the new Franklin County Correction Center. In August of 2016, MS Consultants, Inc. was awarded a contract agreement to provide professional civil engineering services. Approval of this contract modification allows for the delivery of additional professional civil engineering services for the Correction Center project, including design and coordination services for potential future expansion of the existing sanitary sewer along Fisher Road. Pending any questions, we respectfully request your approval of this contract modification with MS Consultants.
Any comments or questions? Hearing none, I move for approval of Resolution 65521.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 65521 has been adopted. Resolution number 65621, resolution authorizing the county administrator to execute a contract agreement with only experienced professionals doing business as OEP Clean to perform final cleaning first floor work activities associated with the construction of the Franklin County Correction Center in the amount of $116,800.
Good morning, Commissioners. Vivian Alexander, Chief Operating Officer for Public Facilities Management. The Correction Center construction project has established a small and emerging business enterprise, SEBE, aspirational goal of 12%. This project remains on track to exceed the aspirational goal with the SEBE commitment of 29.40%. Approximately $84.9 million as of July 31st, 2021. This next resolution authorizes a contract agreement with the Only Experienced Professionals, LLC, DBA, OEP Clean to perform final cleaning activities for the first floor of the new correction center for the initial phase. Cleaning includes, but is not limited to, all interior surfaces, walls, floors, ceilings, glass, and mirrors, skylights, interior window systems, fixtures, doors, equipment, mechanical, security, and electrical rooms. 2 bids were received. OEP Clean is a local firm, and 12 jobs are anticipated to be created as part of this contract at peak. OEP Clean is a certified LEDE, local economically disadvantaged enterprise, so there is 100% diversity participation with this contract. The project owner's representative and the project construction manager are supportive of this contract award. Pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
Are there any comments or questions? All right, hearing none, I move for approval of Resolution 65621.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 65621 has been adopted. Resolution number 65721, resolution authorizing the county administrator to execute a contract agreement with Only Experienced Professionals doing business as OEP Clean to perform final cleaning, second floor work activities associated with the construction of the Franklin County Correction Center in the amount of $94,000.
Thank you, Commissioners. This next resolution authorizes a contract agreement with Only Experienced Professionals, LLC, DBA, OEP Clean, to perform final cleaning activities for the second floor of the new correction center for the initial phase. 3 bids were received. OEP Clean is a local firm, and 12 jobs are anticipated to be created as part of this contract at peak. OEP Clean is a certified LEDE, local economically disadvantaged enterprise, so there is 100% diversity participation with this contract. The project's owner representative and the project construction manager are supportive of this contract award. Pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
Any comments or questions? No. Hearing none, I move for approval of Resolution 65721.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 65721 has been adopted. Resolution number 65821, resolution authorizing the county administrator to execute a modification to the contract agreement with TMOC Construction Incorporated to perform additional general trades activities associated with the construction of the Franklin County Correction Center in the amount of the contract not to exceed $829,886, and authorizing the county administrator to approve and execute additional minor modifications to the contract agreement for a revised amount of $9,878,630.
In June of 2018, TMOC Construction, Inc. was awarded a contract agreement to perform general trades activities associated with the construction of the new Franklin County Correction Center. This final resolution today authorizes a modification of the contract agreement to provide with TMOC to provide additional general trades activities, including work associated with various design documents issued by DLZ Architecture, Inc., such as refinements to solid surfaces, marker and tack boards, casework, etc., and allowances for dumpsters, temporary toilets, elevator work, day room privacy screens, signage modifications, etc. Any unused funds will be returned to the county. TMOC is a certified LEDE, local economically disadvantaged enterprise firm, so there is 100% participation. Pending any questions, PFM respectfully requests your approval of this contract modification with TMOC Construction, Inc.
Comments or questions? Seeing none, I move for approval of Resolution 65821.
Second.
Thank you, Commissioners. Have a great day.
Thank you, Commissioners. Have a great day.
You're welcome, thank you.
Sorry, just one moment. Thank you. Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Crawley,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce. Resolution number 65821 has been adopted.
Talk about fast track.
They were in a hurry. All right.
Sorry, we were enthusiastic to wish you a great day and get back to the PFM at your service work. So sorry about that.
All right, that's cool. Next is purchasing.
Resolution number 65921, resolution approving purchases for various Franklin County agencies in the amount of $1,464,207.60.
Good morning, Commissioners. Megan Perry Valenier, Director of Purchasing, presenting this morning with Marlise Wicker, Economic Equity Administrator in the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Commissioners, this resolution requests your approval of 83 purchase orders for which the county auditor has pre-certified available funding. Marlise will now provide the SCBE data. Marlise?
Thank you. Good morning, Commissioners. This week, we have 8 out of 22 eligible purchase orders presented for award to 5 Women Business Enterprise, 1 Small and Emerging Business Enterprise, 1 Locally Economic Disadvantaged Enterprise, and 1 Minority Business Enterprise, totaling $73,456. which equates to 36% of the LJOPO value and 55% of the LJOPO dollar value. The following agencies have increased supplier diversity of goods and services within Franklin County: Public Facilities Management, Clerk of Courts, the Sheriff's Office, and the Engineer's Office.
Pending any questions, Commissioners, we respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
Any questions? Seeing none, I move for approval of Resolution 65921.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 65921 has been adopted.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Have a good day.
Have a great day.
Thank you, too. Next is Board of Commissioners.
Commissioners, before reading, did you want to take questions, if there are any?
Sure. Are there any questions from members of the media today? Okay, seeing that there are none, Board of Commissioners.
Resolution number 66021, resolution of the Franklin County Board of Commissioners to convene into executive session for the purpose of considering details relative to security arrangements and emergency response protocols.
Move to convene into executive session to consider security arrangements and emergency response protocols for a public body or a public office.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Crawley,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 66021 has been adopted. We are now in executive session at 9:59 a.m. For those of you on the Zoom call, you are more than welcome to stay on. The video feed will go dark. For those of you in the room that are not in executive session, we'd kindly ask you to step out. Thank you.
Recording stopped.